Hey, hey, how are you? Listen, let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you're on repeat with your money? Meaning the money comes in, you pay the bills, and then you're looking for that next paycheck so you can start the cycle all over again. That's not a budget problem. That is a reset problem. And today I am going to share with you why a money reset is probably the best move you can make, especially as we prepare to close out 2025 and step high and mighty on into 2026. I am the Nicole Johnson, your financial strategist, and I'm the founder of the Wealthy Women Lifestyle. I help ambitious women budget for their lifestyle so they can build wealth with clarity, confidence, and control. Let me say something. Sometimes, in order to gain that clarity, to build up your confidence and gain control, you got to step back and slow down in order to move with a good speed. And sometimes that just really means starting over. And I want to share with you that there is nothing wrong with starting over. Actually, there is magic in starting over. Okay, so don't let anybody tell you that when you have to start over, that that's a problem, that you keep messing something up. That is not the case. You move forward with new knowledge that you didn't have the first time and even the second or third time that you did this. So there is magic in starting over. And today I want to talk to you on how to hit your reset on your money and your mindset. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 core reasons why you need a money reset right now. Not yesterday, not last week, but right now. So, reason number 1, old habits are still running the show. One of the things that I share with my clients all the time is I can actually do their budget for them. I can make the numbers fit. I can cut, trim, and do all of the things. I could do it for them. But if they don't change their own personal habits, doesn't solve the problem. They're going to need me to do it for them again and again and again. And the habit has not been broken. Okay, that is a problem. The first time, and I do mean the first time that I sat down to do a budget for myself, it really was out of a strong need to reach a goal. But in order to make the budget work, there were so many things that I had to really get strict on and stop doing. Some I had to stop cold turkey, some habits I had to wean myself into. But the results that came behind that after time, practice, and implementation really helped me reach that goal. Okay. So what I want you to do right now is take a moment. And if you're joining me on YouTube, I want you to put in the comments. If you're checking in on Facebook, put it in the comments. What's one money habit you know is on autopilot that isn't serving you? Okay, what's something that you do on a regular basis? It might be a certain bill that you pay. It might be a certain place you go to without fail, no matter what. What's on autopilot in your finances that you really need to curb? I'll give you a moment to think about it. Go ahead, put it in the comments. Okay, so let me give you a tip. I'm going to give you a tip. For the next 7 days, I want you to track your spending. If you look at what it is you spend, so during the course of the day, go about your regular habits. If you look at your online bill pay system, or if you have the receipts or your cell phone, however you track your spending or are able to look at your spending, what can you identify within that 7-day period that, you know what, I really could eliminate this, or I could tailor it where I don't need to go every day. I don't need to go as often as I'm going. Is there an old habit that's running your systems, that's running in your life that you could tailor and it would make a big difference in your budget. That was something I would call your money leak. If you've got something that you're doing on a regular basis and you don't know why you're just doing it, I bet you can find a money leak that you can plug up. Okay? Reason number 2 that you need a money reset right now is budgets that are not flexible will break. They don't have any growth or room for surprises. You're going to break the budget. Okay. If you are counting every penny and you don't have any wiggle room for anything, accidents, you haven't built a savings cushion, you should know where every penny goes. You really should. But if you haven't built some kind of cushion in there, let me tell you about somebody who did. Imagine being laid off of work, not having a safety net. That's a financial stress and struggle because now you're out of work and you don't have financial security. What happens? We're turning to family and friends. We're trying to beg, borrow, and steal. We're taking anything that comes our way. And I won't even get into other options that have happened that I've heard from women over my lifetime of doing this. We won't even talk about that. But let me tell you the benefit of having that safety and security. Okay. My client she wasn't laid off, but she had to take 3 months off of work for her son. But she had been creating this change and saving and saving and saving and saving where we were dumping change. So if you're catching me and you can see me on YouTube, that's the change corner over there, right? Over here, right there. So there are different jars over there that hold quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies, okay? That's where the change goes when I tell you guys to dump your change on Friday. I sort it out. I'm a little, not necessarily OCD, but something, whatever you want to call it. Don't judge me. But it's all separated right there. And it builds up. So that change did change somebody's life. But a change in her habits, making sure that no matter what she put in there, every week she was adding to it. So change can and will change your life. And when the time came, it paid bills for 3 months. Imagine where she would have been, her and her son, had she not had some flexibility in her budget. Okay. So let me ask you a question, because these airings are meant to be very interactive. I get a lot of inbox messages, a lot of emails, and I understand people like to speak to me directly, and I love it. But if you comment here on the video as well, I will comment and respond back. But I ask you to do so because you might be the one brave enough to ask a question that another viewer may not. They may not be brave enough to ask. They may not know what to ask, or your question has given somebody a different perspective. You're giving them a different perspective. So don't be afraid to ask the question. Or participate when what I ask you. So where in your budget do you feel the most restricted right now? I love to hear your responses because a lot of what you say helps me put together content for you. I want to make sure that you're getting out of this podcast and this information what you need to be better on your goal to financial freedom and building wealth. Okay? Where in your budget do you feel most restricted? Put it in the comments, okay? Now, reason number 3 that you need a money reset right now is that motivation runs on clarity. You've got to have clarity, okay? Clarity comes in the doing, all right? Clarity comes in the doing. A recent client of mine, we had a 8-week course together. Okay. And when I first helped her with identifying where her money was going, she wasn't very happy with the results that she saw. Okay. Because she didn't just want to see where it was going, she needed to know how to redirect it. And I told her, you're going to have to do the work. It's not just about looking at it on paper. You're not going to see it that way. You've got to do the work. So with the change mindset questions that I was giving her, we started tying her money to goals. She likes to travel. What's the budget? She likes to shop for journals. What's the budget? I didn't tell her that she couldn't travel anymore. I didn't tell her that she couldn't buy journals anymore. Well, I kind of did on the journal part, y'all. I kind of did because then it became a want versus a need. Because how many journals can a girl have? Guilty. Yeah, guilty. Okay. But I do understand. But I talked to her first about using what she already had. Use what you already have before you get another one. Okay. Use what you have before you buy another one. And the money that you would normally spend over here on journals, and she wasn't buying inexpensive journals. Let's be clear about that. These journals weren't cheap. Okay. So we refocused the need to buy the journal into whether I want it versus I need it, or do I already have something that I can use? Okay. But in case I'm traveling and I want something differently, don't be so restrictive that you can't pick up something else, but have a budget for it. You might see 5 journals, 3 journals that you need. Pick one. Pick one. But she started tying her money to gold. So when she travels, okay, what do you want to do while you're there? Estimate the excursions, the massages. You're in an all-inclusive, but you know that there's this one particular restaurant that you really want to try. Look online. How much does it cost? Create yourself a budget. Have a money goal. So I know that when I'm traveling to this location, I plan to spend $500, and it's going to cover the massage. It's going to cover at least one specific meal per day. It's going to cover this, 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 and this. Be clear. Get clarity. And then once the clarity started to set in, then her confidence it just soared off the chart. I can tell you, she got clarity, which gave her control, which took her confidence level up. She was no longer beating herself up for spending on vacation, or when she was traveling, making these additional purchases, or if she decided to have lunch or brunch with a friend, I shouldn't have purchased that. She was going through that a lot, but now that she's labeled every dollar, she's given every dollar a job. She's decided what she's going to spend. She's decided what she set money aside for. Now her motivation to make sure her money stops looking funny is clear. So your motivation runs on clarity. And I felt so excited to see her flourish in that time period. And now mindset is totally different. She's excited about her goals. She's dropping voice memos saying, this is what I did. This is what I used to do, but this is what I'm doing now. And here's my improvement. And I am so, so excited for her. So what tip I want to give you is to reset your budget around 3 short-term goals for the next 90 days. Do you want to save $1,000? Do you want to pay off $1,000 worth of debt? Listen, if you got kids, you might be preparing for the Christmas holidays, or loved ones, you might be preparing for the Christmas holidays. You might be preparing for back to school. Those things come with some huge expenses these days. If you've got a junior and or a senior in high school, you might be preparing for prom. How do you start laying a foundation to get those short-term goals in check? Have a clear plan of execution in the next 90 days. Here's what I want you to do now. I want you to take a moment and write this down. Go and grab your pen. I keep pen and paper right here. I keep my notes right here so I can make sure I cover everything that I want to talk to you guys about today. But I also want you to have pen and paper because there's always going to be some jewels that you need to write down. I want you to take a moment and write down, if I reset my money this month, the one change I'd like to make is what? If you're catching this on the replay, pause the episode if you need to, and really, really give that some thought. If you're watching this on YouTube and you already know, go ahead and drop it in the comments because I'd love to hear what you're focusing on during your reset time. You got it? You need me to say it again? If I reset my money this month, the one change I'd like to make is X. What is X to you? Let me give you some tips. Let me give you some ideas. Some of you might need to decide, I'm going to participate in the dime saving challenge. I'm going to participate in the quarter saving challenge. I am going to participate in the no eating out challenge. I am going to focus on paying off the debt on that credit card. I am going to ensure that my utilities are set on budget billing. I am going to set up my accounts so that they aren't auto-draft out of my bank account versus the creditor's website where I have very little control. Those are a lot of places to start. Okay. When I do some self-assessments for my resets, I look at the upcoming year. I look at the events that I'm planning, the events I'm involved with, and now my travel schedule. And I'm really excited to see what I've already put on the calendar. And so I had to reset some things to say, in order to make this happen, these things need to stop or these things need to start. This is how you create strategy in your money reset. And I'm here to help you do just that. All right. So I've been telling you during the month of November. I'm sorry, I'm getting months all mixed up. During the month of September, we started out with our revamped channel. And we talked about why your budget is failing, things that you need to do to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Well, this month I'm focusing on getting back to budgeting basics. Okay. This is a theme of resetting where you are, redetermining and refocusing on where it is you want to go and how you get there. Strategy is the way. And so part of that process was when I created the bill pay worksheet. It's simple and it's powerful. When I got my hands on it, I was like, okay, this is it. This is it. Because when you write the vision and make it plain, there's nothing else. There's nothing left to guess about. When you have a recipe that says use 1/4 cup of this, 1 tablespoon of this, 1 teaspoon of that, there's no room for error. Now, there is room for improvement. But the recipe as it is, you cannot go wrong if you follow it step by step by step. Okay, step by step by step. And I want you all to make sure that if you haven't downloaded the bill pay worksheet, make sure you get a copy of it. Sometimes you guys see the link, sometimes you don't. But if you don't see it, I want you to send an email to admin@reset.mp4. wealthywomenlifestyle.com. That is admin at wealthywomenlifestyle.com. And on the subject line, requesting bill pay worksheet. Requesting bill pay worksheet. Okay. Once you get that, that's the foundation for you to start organizing. Once you get organization in your life, that helps you start to plan and get your structure. Once your structure is in order, now you can start reaching your goals. Once you start reaching the goals that you put in place, guess what? Now your finances are in order. Your anxiety has dropped. You can start to see clear. You have better plans, and now you can start building wealth. I cannot wait to see you guys walking into that part of your life, because over there, and let me tell you, over there is totally different from the rat race of the struggle and the torment of the anxiety of wondering, how am I going to do this? Why am I here again? Don't worry about that. Let that go. Let that go. Okay. And because I want to see you guys succeed, I want to see you guys succeed. I want to hear about your successes. So I have a very special gift for you. That's my version of a drum roll. Don't judge me. Okay. I never went into music, but anywho, on this Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m., I'm opening the doors of something that I almost never do. Matter of fact, I can't even think of when I have. So let me tell you what I'm going to do. Normally, the first Saturday of every month is reserved exclusively for my VIP coaching clients. We start usually about 8 or 9 a.m. Hoocha, they get me up on a Saturday morning, and we get in there and we talk through and we work through the issues that anybody has that's on that call. You show up, I'm going to help you blow up. And they come faithfully with what they need to work through. So what I've decided is that there's some people that have been sitting back wondering, how do I start, Nicole? I have these concerns. I have these needs. I have these wants. I have these struggles. Where do I start? Well, I'm inviting you to come on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to get a taste of what my VIPs are getting each month. It's called Getting Back to Budgeting Basics. If you ever felt like your budget just doesn't work, you're constantly starting over month after month after month and not making any progress, then this session is for you. Inside this live coaching session, I'll help you uncover the real leaks that are in your budget that are keeping you stuck. We'll work on a reset money plan and build a system that actually works with your lifestyle, not work against it. Okay? Does that sound like something you need? Because listen, I know when I was sitting where you are, I needed it. I needed somebody to say, hey, here's an olive branch of help and let's get going. Didn't have it, so it has become my mission and my passion to be to others what I needed when I was sitting in their shoes. So if that sounds like something you need, then I can't wait to see you on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. And since we're meeting online in my private Zoom room, you can join from anywhere, okay? Here's the catch. I know somebody was going to say, what's the catch, Nicole? Well, here it is. There are very limited spots because this is still my private client coaching time. They'll be there to get what they normally get, but you'll be there to get some too. I'm going to make sure that the link is down in the show notes, Grab it where you can, get your spot so that you can join them and me to get your own money reset. Now listen, if for some reason you don't see the link, send me an email at admin@wealthywomenlifestyle.com, and we will make sure that you get registered, get that registration link so that you can join us next on this Saturday. Okay. Listen, I love y'all. I really do. A money reset isn't necessarily about starting over. It truly is about starting smarter. So I want you to talk about what area of your money do you need to reset the most? Do you need to break habits? Do you need to really understand how to build in flexibility? Do you need clarity? Do you need to bring in more income? Because for some of us, that is the issue. Okay. So I want you to leave it in the comments and let's talk about it. And don't forget, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be right here with a new episode to help you budget for your lifestyle. I want you to learn how to build wealth and step into prosperity with clarity, confidence, and control. So make sure that you subscribe. Go ahead and on the YouTube channel, hit subscribe, like the channel so that you can get notifications as to when we go live again, okay? Because I don't want you to miss anything. All right? I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.